All right. So coming into our center, into the present moment, just letting go of the week, letting go of the outer environment, coming into your sacred space, creating your sacred space. You can use the imagery if you like. Sometimes we use a sphere around us, filling it with white light and letting that light absorb into our cells to enlighten us, to raise our vibration. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all levitate together, right? We'll be so filled with the light. I just learned about the bumblebee in an article saying that the bumblebee does not fly. Yes, it flaps its wings, but it's not flying. They said what happens is the bumblebee has like an open space around its larynx, and that when it starts to move its wings, rather than lifting off because it's flying with its wings, it's changing the resonance in that space around its larynx. And when it reaches the 7.83, or I think that's what it is, that's the heartbeat of the earth. And when it reaches that, it's free and can lift off. So basically, it's levitating. So for whatever that's worth, if you resonate, you can lift off. So just coming into quiet now, letting go more. Relax your shoulders and focus on your breath. Check for your nervous system and your emotional body. See if there's anything going on there. Just a check-in as we get started, and then you can compare at the end and see what's changed. Sometimes we'll have emotions just ready to emerge or come into awareness before we let them go. We want our emotions to flow, our energy to flow. And check on your physical body. Just start at one end of your body or the other and perform a little scan. See what sensations you notice. Any part of your body calling for attention. All right. So if there's an intention or an affirmation you want to create for yourself, you're welcome to do that. Before we turned on the recording, we were talking about peace. We could create an affirmation that I am in touch with my peaceful center at all times. I am in touch with my peaceful center at all times. Okay, so just to have a little bit of fun with our attunement to breath for a few rounds, if you bring your thumb and long finger, your middle finger, together, we'll do our Bumblebee breath since we were talking about Bumblebee. So it's just a bzzz, you're making a buzz. But when you do that, if you just touch your teeth together slightly, not clamping down, but just touching, you'll feel an even more buzzing sensation in your head. So this vibrates everything and gets it to shake loose anything that doesn't belong there. So we'll start with our hands in this mudra. Take your arms out to the side and take in a deep breath as you lift arms overhead. And come down with bzzz. And we'll do 2 more rounds and then we'll go to Satanama. Okay, breathe. Touch your teeth together. Breathe. All right, great. You have a buzz now? All right, so Satanama. We'll breathe our arms up, thumb and index finger. Sa. Next finger, breathe. Ta. Ring finger. Na. Pinky. Ma. And repeat. Sa. Ta. Ring finger. Na. Pinky. Ma. Okay, so you've experienced that with just the breathing, the mudra, and mantra. Now, the next component of this, which I mentioned in our last class, is what you do is when you're breathing in, let me find it here. As you repeat the mantra, okay, Satanama, Imagine the sound of each syllable entering through the crown, through your crown center, your chakra, and going out through your third eye, which is right in your forehead, the sixth chakra center between your eyebrows. Okay. So you're using your mind to take the sound of each syllable entering through the crown and exiting through your third eye. Does that make sense for you? Oh, and what this does, um, this energy flow strengthens the connection between the pituitary and the pineal glands. This activation clears the subconscious mind and allows access to the higher centers of the brain. So I would say that's a pretty good benefit, self-reinforcing, to practice this if you so choose. So you're breathing in, repeating the mantra as we bring our arms down, imagining the sound coming in through your crown and out your third eye. So it's kind of like the unicorn, your third eye. That's what the unicorn represents, is the third eye there with the unicorn horn. So let's try 2 more rounds of Satanama and work towards bringing that energy in, the sound in through the crown chakra and out your third eye. So just starting with hands in your unity mudra. So breathing up. Sa ta na ma one more time. Breathe. Sa ta na ma rest your palms on your knees and just sense. Open your eyes. Now, just as a additional note, um, you don't have to bring your arms up and do Satanama with your arms up. You can have your hands, on your knees and go through the mudras. Okay. That's just something I added because we were attuning to breath, and it's the way we usually attune, is to move with our arms. So you don't have to do it that way. And like Jean was saying, she was out at the bank or someplace waiting in line, and she was doing it while she was in line. So you can do that as well. It's all good. It all works. We will work with that in next week's class. And perhaps you could tell the concentration that it takes to focus that sound energy in through your crown and out through your third eye. So it's really keeping you busy while flowing your energy. So you can't have any other thoughts coming in and distractions. So it's really a positive, I'll call it an exercise. Okay. So let's start to move our bodies here. Just circling around in your shoulders, just loosen those shoulders up. Some of you have been working out in the yard and the garden. So let's just get loosened up a little bit. So from here, inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze, contract, contract. And let them down. Let your head come forward. Let's stretch in your neck. And then lift your head up. And again, inhale your shoulders up. If you can hold your breath during the time you have your shoulders up, fine. If not, just breathe when you need to. So breathe, lift, contract, and release. I'm going to suggest you take your head side to side a couple times. And one more time with our shoulders, lift as you breathe. This time, try to hold your breath for a few counts. And then lower down and circle around a couple more times. Both directions. Bring your arms around back, interlace your fingers and stretch your arms away, lift. You can also press your head back here if you want. Notice your throat chakra, your heart chakra, third eye. And then bring your arms up overhead, interlace fingers, stretch them up. Just loosening up in shoulders. Turn side to side in your torso. Stretch up a little taller. Reach through your palms. And release. A couple more circles with your shoulders. And ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Good. And a couple circles all the way around. Reverse. And back to center. Just unfold your legs, shake them out. Okay. Now, just take your legs out to the side. It doesn't have to be your maximum stretch by any means. We're just loosening up, just leaning side to side a few times. Feel your low back, feel the hip joints. See if you can get a little closer each time you come over to the side. Now bring both hands over and just pause over one leg. Get your shoulders square to your leg and keep pressing down in both hips. Lengthen through your crown, taking a breath. Exhale and relax over your leg. And stretch through your crown. Once again, lengthen in your spine. Exhale and relax down. Lengthen again in your spine, through your crown. Exhale, come down. Flex your foot so you're stretching your calf as well, and the whole back of your leg. And then lift back up. Come to center. Pause for just a moment. Compare the two sides, the two legs, the two hips. And then turn towards your other leg and come down towards your leg. Press down in the back hip. Now lengthen through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Relax over your leg. Inhale. Stretch long. Elongate. Relax as you exhale. Again. And then pause and breathe. Just keep lengthening. And release. Come back up to center. And feel the sensations in your legs and hip joints. See how that feels for you. And then bring your hands in center and just come forward with a straight spine so you're hinging forward in your hips. Just lengthen out. And come back in. We can work on that a little more later. So just slowly draw your legs in, knees vertical, couple of cat stretches, loosening more in the spine. So reach up through the crown. Exhale, round out your back, chin to your chest, lean away from your knees. Inhale and come in to arching cat. Exhale, round it out. Breathe. Round it out. Stretch your upper back here. And come back to center. Bring your feet and legs together as much as they will stay. Bring your right arm around your knees or shins and breathe your left arm up next to your ear. Open the body to the side. Exhale your arm down into a twist. Turn and look over your shoulder. And bring your hand in fairly close to your hips so you can lift in your spine, straight and tall. Press down in your sitting bones and breathe your arm back up towards your ear, and then slowly unwind, bringing that arm around your knees. Scoop your right arm up, breathe. Use your arms for leverage, opening into your twist, and lower your arm down. Continue to create space in your spine. Open it up as you lift up and turn. Press down in your sitting bones and breathe your arm up to your ear and unwind to the front. All right. Now bring your hands behind you. Fingertips can go either direction. Separate your feet the width of your hips and just lift up into desk pose. Feel your shoulders. And then lower down. We're going to come down onto our backs for some leg lifts to strengthen core muscles. So bring your palms under your hips. Excuse me. Stretch out your legs. And I'll do 21. You can do as many as you wish. Just give yourself some challenge and go your own pace. And 21. Lift your legs up. Just take them out to the side. Flex your feet and turn your toes out and receive a passive stretch as you let your legs open. Okay, release your arms, bend your knees, bring your elbows inside your knees and reach for the outer edge of the feet if you can reach that. If not, you can hold on to ankles. We'll come into happy baby, opening the hips a little more. Roll side to side, letting your knees keep you from going over any further. Excuse me. Come into center, bring the soles of your feet together and hold on. Bring your feet up over your head. Lift your head, looking through the opening that your legs make. Breathe. And let your head come back down. Straighten your legs up overhead. I'm going to turn sideways for people that may not be familiar with half shoulder stand. So here you are with your legs up overhead. Bring your arms to your sides and just kick up. Lift your hips up and place your hip bones in the palm of your hand. Your feet should be about above your nose. You can come up a little more on your shoulders if you want. And lift. And again, you can take your legs out for a passive stretch using gravity. And you can take your legs out into splits. Other side. And bring legs together. Now this is optional. You can either come back up into half shoulder stand or come into plow, bringing your feet down overhead, up on your shoulders. Keep your hands supporting your low back until your feet touch the floor. Once your feet touch the floor, interlace your fingers, stretch your arms out, turn your palms down, and just stretch through your heels. And then bring your hands back to your low back and lift your legs up. Bend your knees. Bring your arms down to support you and lower yourself down. Use your core muscles here, one piece at a time. Lower your back onto the floor. Control the movement. Now, bend your left knee and bring the foot onto the floor. The right leg, bring down. Turn your toes out. We'll come into our psoas stretch. Bring your hands under your hips for support. So slide your right heel out 3 or 4 inches and then lift your leg only as high as the bent knee. This is utilizing the psoas in a different way so that it's releasing tension in there. And you do 8 or 9, maybe 10 of these. Relax your jaw. Be sure to keep your toes turning out. I'm going to do one more. And bend that knee and switch legs. So stretch out your left leg, Turn your toes out. So you're turning from the hip. Press through the heel, slide your heel over 3 or 4 inches and lift. Relax your throat. All right, and bend that knee. Arms at your sides, palms down. Feet hip width apart for half bridge pose. Toes pointing forward. Take in your breath and press up. Lift your hips. Press down in your arms and shoulders. Relax your throat and the back of your neck. Just stretch out the back of your neck. And then lower down. We'll repeat. And breathe. And roll up. Now, just lift your head and make sure that your knees are over your ankles. So your feet are hip width apart and your knees are hip width apart. And roll down. Bring your knees into your chest just for a moment. We're going to go back and do our full Setu Bandhasana, half bridge. So bringing arms next to your sides, feet hip width apart. Breathe. Lift up. Now, interlace your fingers underneath your hips and roll side to side. Bring your elbows close together underneath you so your shoulders make little pillows. Press down in your arms and lift your hips up. Go up a little higher. Lift, lift, lift. Press down in your arms and shoulders and your feet and lift. Now, just step your feet a little closer together and lift your right knee up. Keep pressing down in your left foot. Lift your hips up and switch legs. Bring your knee in and lift your leg up. Keep lifting in your hips. And come down. Release your arms and shoulders and let your spine melt into the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll side to side. Draw your knees in even closer. Lift your head towards your knees. Curl in. Now stretch your legs out. You're still lifted off the floor. Reach through your fingers and lift up into sitting. All right. Just come up onto the balls of your feet. And rock back and forth. Okay, reach your palms forward. Stretch your fingers out wide. Lift up and just kick your feet back into plank. Reach through your heels and lift into your downward facing dog. Roll forward into upward dog. Come on to the tops of your feet. Bring the chest through. Lift into up dog. Roll up and over your toes. Come back into down dog. Press your heels down. And step your left foot up in between your palms into sun pose. Step the back foot in, reach up, arms overhead, standing back bend, reach. And head to knee pose. Bend your knees, press your palms down, take your feet back a little bit, and then hop back into plank. Down dog. Up dog. Roll up and over your toes. Now step your right foot forward into sun pose. Step it in and arms up overhead, standing back bend, reach up. And come forward. Okay. Standing twist, just loosening up. Separate your feet. Back to center. 5-pointed star. Okay. So separate your feet out. If you need to turn on your mat for Warrior 2, arms out to the side. Turn your left toes out and bend your knee out into your Warrior 2. Gaze over your fingertips. Turn your palms forward and come down. And press down in your feet. Lift your crown. And switch to the other side. Breathe. Exhale out into Warrior 2. Open the knee. Gaze over your fingertips. Turn your palms forward and tilt. Press down in your feet. Lift back up. Warrior 2. And breathe the knee in. Toes forward. Bring your feet in a couple inches. Bend your knees. Hop in. Tadasana. Toes forward. You just went right down the line. Okay. Step your left leg out. Reach back, warrior one. Breathe, arms overhead. Good. Bring palms into your heart. Prayer twist. Come into center, pull back, inhale, step it in, reach back with your other leg. Breathe, arms overhead. Palms over your heart, prayer twist. Back to center, lift it up, pull back, inhale, step it in. Release your arms. Good. Okay, just come down onto your knees. Bring your hands around back, stretching the thighs. Just lift your hips up. Now, optional, you can either lift your hips up again, or you can separate your heels and come down, stretching down onto your forearms, elbows, down all the way. Bring arms up overhead, stretch your thighs. Release your arms. Come around. Bring your legs out in front. All right. And prepare for your Shavasana. Breathe. Now, as you relax down into Shavasana, if you want to repeat a silent Satanama with your mudra as you relax down. Sa, ta, na, ma. And then relax your hands. Soften. Now, sa, bring the sound in through your crown and out through your third eye. Ta, na, ma. And then relax your hands, relax your body, your mind. Let it go. I am in touch with my peaceful center at all times. Go deeper. Bring in light. Bathe your body in light. And gently start to return to this dimension. Just become aware of your surroundings and your body, the floor, the sounds in the room, sound of my voice, the stillness within you, the peace that you have achieved. And just taking a deep breath and lift your arms up overhead and stretch long through your heels and through your toes. Reach, draw your low back down into the floor. And on your next major exhalation, bring your arms back to your sides. Lift your knees to your chest. Pull them in. Roll side to side if you want to massage your back. Come over to one side and press up into sitting. Bring your hands into your favorite mudra, the mudra of your choice. Still coming back, but bringing peaceful energy with you. Sealing in the benefits of your practice today with your mudra. And then bringing palms into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. And may peace emanate from your body, from your mind, all day long, touching others, transmitting light and love. Namaste, everybody.